Divorce is very hard, especially when you have kids. I got married with the intention of staying with that person forever, right? Because I had a child with them and I wanted that family to be this perfect family.
The side of divorce that nobody talks about. Now almost a year later, you still sit in your car crying because you just want your family. You would do anything to get your family back, but it doesn't matter.
Some women walk away from their relationships thinking they can always return later and pick up right where they left off. But unfortunately, life doesn't work that way. These women chose divorce only to realize afterward just how much they had truly lost. Subscribe and let's get into it.
I don't know how to explain this. Ever since I've been single, which has been about a year and a half, I feel so on edge. And like when I say on edge, I mean that I feel the worst dread that you could ever imagine. Like when I say I have anxiety, I don't mean just like, oh, I'm a little anxious today. I mean, I feel the worst anxiety I have ever felt in my life. I feel when people say impending doom, I think this is what they're talking about. I can't like calm down. And like I'll go through like periods or days where I feel fine and like, you know, normal. And then I go through months of just constantly waking up and feeling like I am dying. Like I am dying. Like if death had a feeling, I think this is how it would feel. I honestly don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I think this is why I was always in relationships, to avoid this feeling, because I knew if I was on my own, I would feel this. I didn't know to the extent that I would feel it, but I wake up and, oh my God, it's so bad. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I try to explain it to my therapist and I can't even explain it because it's so bad. Like, I would not wish this feeling on my worst enemy. It's not like I'm just sitting here at home, usually. And it doesn't matter. I just carry that feeling with me and it feels like I'm actually dying and it makes me want to go back, obviously. Like if you're in that much pain, obviously you want to go back to where you didn't feel like that. And I hate that for me because I feel like desperate. Like it makes me feel desperate when logically I know, like, hey, hello, you need to be like working on yourself and whatever. But I just can't. I have gathered from like other sources that maybe it's just attachment problems. Like I think my nervous system is so used to being with someone and attaching to someone in a very unhealthy way that it doesn't know how to like, survive on its own. And I've done a lot of healing work with that. I feel like my attachment wounds just go so deep, and I feel like no matter how much, you know, healing I try to do, it just seems like an endless pit, and I just like don't know how to get rid of this feeling. I truly, truly don't.
Listen carefully to what she's saying. At no point does she say that her ex treated her badly. Everything she describes comes down to regret, and those were the consequences of her own decision.
I'm literally sitting on my bathroom floor. I just need to talk about this really quickly. Divorce is very hard, especially when you have kids. I got married with the intention of staying with that person forever, right? Because I had a child with them and I wanted that family to be this perfect family. That didn't happen, right? And now I have to deal with not having my daughter all the time, and it breaks my freaking heart. You have no idea. Her dad gets her every other weekend, and I know I get her a lot of the time, and it's just, you just feel like a bad mom when you're not with her. Like, and I'm the sole provider for her, so I have to go work, and I feel bad when I leave her. I just see some comments and they bother me, and I know they shouldn't, but it bothers me because sometimes I feel like it's society's view on this whole thing. Then there's this societal stigma of these gender standards. Like, I'm a woman, right? I start dating again, I'm a slut, right? A man starts dating again, good for him. Woman, assertive, speaks her mind, she's a bitch. Man speaks his mind, wow, he's the boss, right? I start dating, oh my god, it's so soon.
She's clearly heartbroken. But she's avoiding the biggest truth here. Nobody forced her to get a divorce. It was a decision she made, and blaming everything else won't change that.
The sign of divorce that nobody talks about. Now, almost a year later,
I'm losing track.
you still sit in your car crying because you just want your family.
I'm not okay.
You would do anything to get your family back, but it doesn't matter. So you sit in your car because you don't want your kids to see you weak.
Who's holding on?
And you just cry and hope one day it'll just all get better.
I'm not okay, but it's all
I hope that one day is soon.
It's not okay.
Those tears almost seem forced. It feels like she's looking for sympathy, because otherwise, people might remind her that the divorce was the result of her own actions.
Inspires you to stay active at this stage in your life?
Definitely don't want to get old.
How often do you go out walking like
day.
this?
Every day.
And you're how old?
51.
And have you ever been married before?
Twice.
2 marriages.
2 marriages.
Single now.
Single now.
How do you go out into the world as a single woman now?
Just love all people. Experiences, all of that. Enjoy where you are, though. Don't always look for the next best, because you never know.
What do you think caused your prior marriages to end?
Lack of communication and always thinking that you're right, and you might not be.
Both times?
Yeah.
How long was your first marriage?
First marriage was 10 years, second was 8.
Or what do you feel like you learned in your second marriage that you didn't learn in your first one?
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah, he's the love of my life. He's married now, happy. I think I gave up too soon.
You think you gave up
I
in your
did.
second marriage?
Yep.
How old were you at the time?
43. Grass is not always greener on the other side.
Why do you think you gave up back then?
Honestly, because I didn't see the changes. It was always patterns that just kept going, rather than realizing people sometimes need time to change their patterns, rather than somebody telling them that they need to change. People need to change for themselves and not for what somebody is telling them to
So
do.
it was the patience.
Yeah.
If you could go back now, you would.
I would have waited.
You would have redone.
I would have stuck it out. Yeah.
Why do you think so many young women in today's day could be stubborn?
Oh, because you're looking at social media and you're looking at what you think the other person should be doing rather than
Seeing what they actually are.
yeah. As long as you're not being abused, if they're not doing anything like horrible, right?
Nobody is perfect, and she realized that far too late. Instead of appreciating the man she had, she kept trying to change him until eventually he was gone.
I had a 2-year-long relationship with a girl. She broke up with me, immediately got with someone after 6 days. It's been over a month since then. She's texting me, telling me she misses me and the pet we adopted together. I think the bridge is completely destroyed, but I'm still at a loss of what to do. You think the bridge is destroyed. It is. Because you think so, you believe it, and it sounds like your reality. Is this your person? Is this a person you reach to when you're in the depths of being absolutely yourself and you're drowning in your own mystery and mortality? It doesn't sound like it. Just because, she's bouncing around figuring out her life. Not a bad person, just probably in a different place than you are. Is this your person? If not, you're right. I would burn this bridge.
If she moved on with someone else just days after the breakup, it's hard to believe she was ever truly invested in the relationship. He deserves someone who genuinely appreciates and values him.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either.
Her story doesn't really add up. She says she loved him more than anyone and never wanted the divorce, yet she was the one who filed for it. Those two things simply don't seem to fit together.
Part of this divorce is that the person... Maybe I'm not out of tears, damn it. Damn it. I really thought I was done crying about this. I think the saddest part of this whole thing has just been like someone I saw literally every day for 6 years and was my family is a complete stranger now. Like, I don't know them at all. It happened so fast. I feel like there's no safety anywhere in life. There's a guy mowing the grass in front of me and he's probably like, what the hell are you? What is wrong with this girl? Someone posted a picture of him on their stories the other day and I saw it and I just had like no feelings of like anything resentful. Just like, he looked happy and I'm like, I'm happy for him. And like, I genuinely felt like peaceful and happy. Like, this is the right thing because I don't want to exist in that life. Like, I was in the wrong move.
It's honestly sad. He didn't suddenly become a stranger overnight. She was the one who chose to end the marriage, and now she's posting emotional videos about it afterward.
No contact and you do these things to attract her back. No, you need to be doing no contact and these things to go on about your business, to perfect your craft, to perfect the skill, to be a better you, not to re-attract her, because 9 times out of 10, she's going to repeat what she showed you in the first place. Your aura and your energy speaks when you're not to be played with. Honestly, when a woman plays games with you and then she's in your face again, you're kind of just like, what's up? Oh, no, I'm doing good. How are you? Not like, you play games with me. Don't even be mad about it because it hurts her more to see you just standing there like, your aura.
There's a lot of truth in what she's saying now. You can't spend your life chasing someone you already chose to leave. That chapter ended for a reason.
I was a selfish in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a selfish. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted. He seriously rolled out the red carpet for me. He was sweet, kind, generous. He told me how much he loved me 5 times a day. He told me how beautiful I was every day. If he'd wake me up in the morning, because he knows I love massages, wake me up rubbing my shoulders. He'd rub my feet every evening while we were watching TV. If I said, for example, oh, I'm craving a Dr. Pepper, he'd be like, okay, let me go to the corner store and get it. He adored me. He was amazing. Like, on paper, it's what every girl wants. Seriously. And yeah, I took it for granted. And now I lost that, right? And I carried a lot of guilt because I caused it. That's my biggest regret in life, is not saving, the whole family.
At least she's starting to take responsibility. That's a sign of real progress. But it only truly matters if she learns from her mistakes and avoids making the same ones in her next relationship.
That, like, if you're 40 years old, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my God. Sorry, I woke up like really, really emotional because I was married for, oh my God, I need to stop. I was married for over 20 years and like, I was so used to being a wife. Like, I loved being married, like I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my to. And now it's like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly and then it's just like, oh, I found better.
If she loved that life so much, then why did she choose to walk away from it? From the outside, it doesn't seem like there were any major problems. Maybe she simply believed something better was waiting for her.
Really been fine this whole like divorce process, but it is so weird. Like, today has been like such a weird day that I'm like getting divorced in the morning. And it's not even about him because like I'm not in love with him anymore. It's just the fact that like I had to go through this and like all by myself without somebody that cared. It's so weird, but I have never felt like this. This is like, today has been like the weirdest. Like, I'm so excited, but it's just a weird day. Like, I can't even explain it. But yeah, it's just like crazy that I've had to experience this kind of pain like all day long. It's just been kind of like weird, you know? But
she says nobody cared about her anymore, but that's simply not true. She had someone who cared deeply until she decided to leave the marriage behind.
Accepting that you are most likely going to be alone for the rest of your life is a really hard pill to swallow. And it's not even because there's anything wrong with me or that I am not deserving. I'm just tired. I've spent most of my life recovering from men who have caused so much trauma. My physical brain cannot handle anymore. It is always in survival mode. It is always in fight or flight mode. My brain has never fully recovered from the trauma that has been caused. I meet guys and I feel like I'm constantly looking for a reason to not trust them because I have never experienced a good man before. Like, I've never been in a good, healthy relationship. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even know what to look for. I don't know what is normal. I've never experienced normal. How am I supposed to know? And now I'm 37 and every man that I meet is disappointing and doesn't add value to my life, doesn't make...
When she says all men disappoint her, what she really seems to mean is that stable men just aren't exciting enough for her. Sometimes people mistake peace for boredom, and that can lead to some very bad decisions.
And divorce really is like the hardest thing in the world. This man has been my best friend, not only my husband, but my best friend for the past 13 years now, 14 actually. And how strange is it that he's just gone? It's just the weirdest thing because we've been living together, sharing our lives together for the past, we've been married for only 8.5 years, but we've been together for 13. And he's my best friend. He knows everything about me. I know everything about him. And now he's just gone. And it's so strange because I want to talk to him about what's happening. But I can't because what is happening is because of him. I go through the day of like, I'm separated from my husband and getting a divorce, and something will happen with the kids or something funny, or I'll see something stupid on social media, and he's always the first person that I would send it to. And now that's just gone. It's so strange.
If he truly was her best friend, then why did she choose divorce? Whatever she thought she was searching for clearly wasn't worth losing what she already had. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.